Senator Roberts.
Thank you. Cheap houses, cheap power bills, cheaper groceries and hope for the future. That's what a good budget should deliver. Treasurer Jim Chalmers' third budget fails to deliver on all of these issues. Once his short-term coupons expire, inflation will fire up. The handouts and subsidies don't bring inflation down. They just hide it temporarily. The Treasurer even admitted as much in his budget speech last night. Quote, electricity prices would have risen 15% in the last year if not for our efforts. The Treasurer means his handouts. Instead, they rose 2%, end of quote. Has there ever been a greater admission of failure for the net zero pipe dream? With the most wind, solar, batteries and green scams on the grid in our history, actual power prices rose 15% in just 12 months. Now the last budget's power relief runs out. Australians would have faced that entire price rise in one hit. That's why Treasurer Chalmers has been forced to extend another round of power bill relief again. Australians would have rejected what the net zero lunacy has done to our power, once cheap power. Cheaper houses, with 2.3 million visa holders needing housing in the country right now. Australia is in the grips of a terrible housing crisis. Good, working families, Australian families, are sleeping in tents, cars and under bridges. Treasurer Chalmers tells us to prepare for another 280,000 migrants. Given his track record of immigration predictions, we should prepare for more. With no hope of building enough homes to house those new arrivals, rent, house prices and homelessness will only get worse. And how about hope for the future? There is little hope. The Treasurer tells us to expect crippling worse deficits for the next 10 years, starting with this year. A better way is possible at One Nation, putting Australians first and using our natural resources to our advantage. Then we can again become the best in the world.